he said that he'd be back. Do you think he'll really beat us to his master?
If you stop bringing that up, it's bad enough being here for a week with no food. All I know is I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
There aren't any more horses.
It's just an expression.
I know it's an expression, but you should update it. Maybe say, I'm so hungry I could eat a giant rat.
I could eat a giant rat.
Well, I'm so hungry I could eat some of Dara's cooking. Would ask for seconds.
Wait a minute. Why are you complaining? It's your fault we're in here.
My fault?
You told me this curing stone would be easy to find, and that we'd be rich by now. Instead, we wound up locked in a smelly room in a dungeon with nothing to look at but each other. And you're really not that pleasant to look at.
Would you rather spend your time with that madman in the winged armor? I'm sure he'd love to have you over for dinner.
Who's there? Please help us!
Thank you for freeing us. What can we do to repay you?
Who are you?
I'm Castro, and this here's Felix. We live in Britain.
Or at least we did live in Britain until they decided to shove all the poor people away to pause. What a disgusting swamp.
That's why we decided to risk coming to the dungeon to look for the Kieran Stone. I guess we thought we could buy the right to stay in Britain.
What is this Kieran Stone?
A magic artifact was hidden here in Despise decades ago. The Kieran Stone is the key and was hidden in 4 pieces within this dungeon. We don't know for sure what the item is, but we came here hoping it would be valuable. After this past week, though, I don't care about the money anymore. Felix and I are going back to Britain to find something to eat.
Where might I find the pieces of the stone?
A part of the Kieran Stone lies atop the greatest pillar in the Pillar Room, and I know I won't be looking for it anymore. Our 2 friends, Thaddeus and Morden, were also in the dungeon looking for the stone. Each one of us had the location of one of the stones, so if you can find them, you'll find the other 2 parts of it.
All I know is there's supposed to be a piece behind a wall of water. You may not be able to find all 4 pieces if Thaddeus and Morden have already found theirs, but you never know. They may have left a long time ago.
Thanks for the information. Goodbye.
Thanks again, sir. I can't tell you how good it feels to have that door finally open.
Good luck on finding that Kieran Stone, and if you see our friends Thaddeus or Morden, please tell them we're going back to Britain.
Thanks again, sir.
saved my life, and I am in your debt.
What can you tell me about the Kirin Stone?
Years ago, the wizard Kieran supposedly hid a family heirloom here in Despise. The Kirin Stone is the key to the artifact. It was divided into 4 pieces and then scattered throughout the dungeon. I found one of them. But after this experience, I've lost all interest in exploring dungeons. Please take it as a payment for saving my life. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to rest a bit, and then I'm gonna get out of here.
radiance falls on castle walls, on battlefields and hallowed halls. Who goes there? Avatar. I knew that eventually you'd turn up. Looking for the glyph, are you? Well, your do-gooder antics are over. Draw your sword, so it cannot be said that I killed a defenseless man.
Who are you?
Who am I? I am Uli of the Worm God. I can't wait to report to Lord Blackthorn that it was I who killed the Avatar.
How do you know who I am?
Oh, I've known you for many a year, Avatar. We have a long history, you and I. I see that you don't recognize me. Well, you'll have an eternity to think about it after I've buried my sword in your chest. Avatar, wait! You do know me. I am your old friend and companion, YOLO. Spare me, please. Show compassion and have mercy upon me.
YOLO? How do I know you're telling the truth?
When you came through the dungeon, did you not see my bow and loot? Come, Avatar, you know that I always have them with me. Will you not spare your old friend, Avatar?
Very well. I will have mercy on you.
Thank you. And accept my apologies, Avatar. Take the glyph now, and know that I'll not raise my hand against you again.
I will take the glyph. And I want you to tell the rest of the Worm Guard that I'm back, and that this time, I will cleanse Britannia of the Guardian once and for all. I will free you from this, my friend.
Avatar, take the glyph quickly and go. I am weak, and can still feel the Guardian's presence. Avatar, take the glyph quickly and go. I am weak, and can still feel the Guardian's presence.
Well, 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 the mighty Avatar.
Blackthorn! I should have known you'd be licking at the Guardian's heels.
Take him away. Don't hurt him too much.
Could you help me with this?